Hello, my name is Professor Shane Ewan. Welcome to the Forged by Fire project evaluation. I'm joined by Rachel Wood, who is a freelance educationist, and Irene Lofthouse, who is freelance scriptwriter and author. Together, and along with Aaron Andrews and Marcus Lee, we ran a series of schools workshops at Hurworth Secondary School, just outside Darlington, and at Beckfoot Upper Heaton in Bradford in 2022 to introduce students to the opportunities for using drama and creative learning in engaging with and learning about the Bradford fire disaster of May 11th, 1985.
And we've actually got a fire in the stand on the far side of the ground. And that looks very nasty indeed. Now the police have gone over there to try and quell the fire, and they're frantically getting some of the supporters out. Now these are extraordinary scenes at Valley Parade. It's supposed to be a day of celebration. One hopes the stand doesn't burn down. And these are disastrous scenes for the club. One can feel the heat. And that is a catastrophic sight for Bradford City Football Club.
I think in terms of the first day was about that confidence, because not all the students knew each other or knew their names, etc., and that comfortableness between the lasses and the lads being involved together, and introducing a bit of fun, as well as the fact that they are things that you would do in drama, and they're a good way of listening and observing, which is what you need to do if you're doing a historical project in terms of research. That's important to do.
We have designed this workshop to be very flexible so that you can sort of take parts of it and develop some and maybe miss out a little bit, which is what we did when we were there. And that worked in the sense that we worked with the group that we had, and we picked out what they really wanted to develop. We worked with their strengths, we worked on their challenges. But some of the tasks where we really went into detail and depth, that takes time. It takes time, and the more time you spend, then the better learning you actually get. The value that you put on different tasks as well, I think, is really important.
Hi Mum. Hello. How's it going? How's school?
Really good. We did some maths today. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Really good day.
Yeah? Okay, well I just got some more. I'll be in my room.
Bye-bye. Bye.
This is a news flash. Middleton St Grange School is on fire. It's believed to be the result of arson.
Oh no, my classroom. Oh no. Bob. Oh no.
The key thing to take out from it is to give time for the students to sort of develop their interests. You need the flexibility. Obviously, we're all worried about how students will spend that time if you give it to them. But actually, if they're engaged in the material, if they're getting something out of it, if they're learning something and developing new skills and developing confidence, then they will use that time productively.
The creativity that came out and the difference in the processes was absolutely amazing. And then they could share and contrast each other's. Well, how did you do that? Why did you think of this? Which wouldn't have happened if they'd have been led. But that can be really scary. And it's little incremental steps, isn't it, to get into there. It's also about knowing the content really well, and also challenging yourself to be able to give leeway to the students, but knowing when to come in.
3, 2, 1, action. So here's the sports news. We're at Bradford Valley Parade, celebrating the team's promotion. The players have Muhammad!
No, not this guy again. Oh.
Muhammad, what are you doing?
I'm watching TV.
Stop watching TV. Do something for once. What are you doing?
I'm lying down watching TV.
What's the point of lying down watching TV? It's afternoon already.
Because you send me everywhere and I do everything during the week.
So I'm going to go to the match. You make your own breakfast, and firstly, sit up and watch your TV instead.
Okay.
And that's all. So over to our reporter, Jefferson Fattironi.
One of the big effects was about the environment that we were in and the space that we had, the number of students, etc. At Hurworth we had quite a big drama studio, which was fantastic because the groups could, when they were in their teams, they could break out and they had separate space to do that in. They weren't overheard, they weren't overhearing other people. They could work quietly on their own or as noisily as they wanted on their own. The contrast was with Beckfoot Upper Heaton, where we were in a classroom. So the effect of the space meant it was quite noisy all the time.
Fantastic. So what we've got here, drama game.
So in terms of being able to process things, if you were the kind of person who needed space and quiet to process things, as a student, that was really hard to do. Or if noise in relation to any particular needs, like along the autistic spectrum, for example, that would really affect that learning process for those students. And also in terms of when people were doing the drama in a small space, is have you got the room to be able to do that safely? Because definitely a risk assessment would need to be done prior to knowing that you've got that particular space.
Certain things that we did do, they worked really well. We gave the scripts as part of the pre-learning so they could have a chance to read those through and understand them. There was still a barrier even in the second session. It has to be sort of really planned into the workshops, that pre-learning session, and how important that it actually is for it to be successful. And that was hard for us as external facilitators because we didn't really have control over that. Even though we did like an introduction video to sort of like put it in place and to introduce ourselves and the task, I don't think the value wasn't put onto how much they would get out of it the more they understood something. And I think if they had come to the sessions really understanding those scripts or having looked at the website, then that would have had an even greater impact on the outcomes that we had.
You have to play up to the strengths of the team, and we all come, the three of us, plus Marcus, plus Aaron, have different skill sets. And then likewise, the teachers who are involved in letting you into the classroom will have particular skill sets too. And I think if you can support each other, but also just allow the relevant person to step in and take the lead on occasion, I think that's really important. I've really enjoyed talking with you both today and reflecting upon our experiences. It's obvious that there were more strengths and positive experiences for the three of us than there were weaknesses, but it's good that we've also learned some very valuable lessons that hopefully other teachers and other practitioners and stakeholders can learn from when they're planning on doing similar sorts of events in future. We'll be making these resources available. We hope they're of some practical use. Please do get in touch with us. Our contact details are available on the website if you want to know more or if you want to get involved with the project. But thank you for listening.
Thank you.